We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 6. We Got Ice is an absolute force. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, a podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about boys. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel. Also my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey.
We have a finalist.
We have a finalist. It's amazing.
Brendan, play the siren alarm off of your sound. Bad noise. We have a finalist, though, and that's pretty exciting. I've worn my Brooklyn shirt since you did the 2 Brooklyn songs last week.
Yep.
In your Burns. Everybody knows.
David
we
Burns.
got more comments than ever, baby.
Yeah, baby.
David.
We're up to 150 subscribers. Thank you very much. Let's get to that next
David
milestone.
Burns.
200, please. We love you.
Psycho killer.
Appreciate it.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Damn.
Actually, we're in
This
Talking
game-
Heads shirt right now. It's kind of crazy. Talking Heads.
That's crazy. Whoa!
Wow.
You're welcome, guys. We
Look at
didn't
that.
plan this. This is kind of an open shut game. So why don't you just get into burning it
Okay,
before we
here we
talk
go.
about it? Because this is a pretty quick one, I think.
Let's do it. It's We Got Ice versus Woogas, and Jack Doyle is trying to spoil Woogas' chance of advancing. Jack doing his best impression of Cockney Taylor on the mound because his pitches are looking filthy, nasty, dirty. We Got Ice up to the plate, and Jack still refuses to get out. He may have hit the ball off that beam in the center of the warehouse, but Zoe's swing was the real devastator. A 3-run blast to max out the inning. Woogas are down 5-0, and like Joe Lucrali on Good Friday in 2012, they sort of put up a fight. Woogas gets some runs on the board, but Jack ends the game with an exclamation point. We Got Ice wins 5-2 final.
All right, I need some help.
Sure.
The Good Friday 2012. What is that?
There was a week in high school where every day of
Okay.
of Holy Week where
It's a fucking
it's
at home. Nobody knows this, but your friends. And you type it
yeah.
in.
I used to
Cool,
film
and
a
you gave
lot
his
of
first and last name.
fights with my flip video camera in high school.
So go ahead now, without me interrupting. Tell everybody what happened to Joe Lucarelli.
Joe Lucrali is a person who
Joe
loves to set up fights with people and would always lose them. Very bad fighter who would get like knocked out in 2 punches, and he'd always be the one setting them up for some reason.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah. Chris Lindgren, who also
there you
was a
go.
bad fighter, beat him up one time.
Oh, 2 first and last.
yeah. Go
Okay.
check him out.
Have you ever fought him?
I have never fought. I was only a filmer.
I've been telling this one guy in my office recently, who is a good friend of mine. I really need to preface it with this.
Okay.
He does jujitsu, and he's very clearly like a dangerous person if you ever get into a fight with him.
Yeah.
And I've been telling him all week, and it's been riling him up, that I could easily beat him in a fight because all I would do is windmill punches, and that's undefendable. he's like, it's the easiest way to get knocked out. I was like, I know, and you're gonna. And he's like, no. He said, you're going to get knocked out.
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
nobody
very
tried that during Holy Week, during all those fights back then.
Holy Week.
There was one scheduled every day of
Holy
Holy Week.
There was last thing, and then we'll get back to the game. We used to do Spring Week, and I think it was like the week after Easter, where
Okay.
the whole school had lunch together. So this was high school. On the very last day of Spring Week would be double lunch. So lunch would be twice as long.
Hell yeah.
Every single
And everyone
year.
gets 2 times the amount of french fries.
Every single year, there was at least 5 fist fights on the double
Just
lunch.
the kids are left to their own devices for way too long.
Literally, because you could because the whole school had lunch at the same time. We didn't eat in the cafeteria. You just ate wherever you wanted to.
Right.
So me and my friends would sit outside of the library, and then when we were done, we'd go into the library because it was one of the, especially in the summer, it was one of the few rooms in the building that had air conditioning. So you could go anywher. So there would literally be like people in the girl got thrown down the stairs one time, like in the stairwell. It was ridiculous. Another time a kid broke his femur. It was nuts.
That's crazy. I didn't have a lot of fights in my high school. I mean, Nicole told a story of a funny one where
it's crazy how many fights were in my high school. When it was like, it's literally where I grew up was like a decently affluent area.
Yeah.
People who you guys don't need to be fighting. Like, you have it good.
No, but it cracked me up. She tells the story all the time how these two girls would fight and they beat each other up, and then they like fought a teacher that came after them to help break it up. Then they went to the principal's office. The two parents of those two students went to pick up their kids, and then those two parents fought each other in the principal's office.
That's fucking huge. I love that.
You got to defend your kids.
Dan Canobio, call us up. Come back on.
Call us up.
We'll talk about fights.
Fight see how good is the windmill punch? Let us know.
It's the best.
Really good. The best.
It's undefendable.
Double windmill.
Undefendable. Just like Jack Doyle's pitching.
Woo!
Oh, the segues.
Untouchable.
Oh, I love listening to the Blitzball boys because they have great segues.
Shut up.
They have the best segues.
We
Shut
have the
up,
worst segues.
nerd.
You fucking know it.
Yeah. Jack's disgusting. He's so good.
You're waiting for there to be a
really
game where he either doesn't pitch like an animal or like finally gets out. He just doesn't do either one of them anymore.
Even when he had the 2 full counts, and even then, like, I feel like in a full count situation in Blitzball, typically I'm anticipating a walk.
Right. I am
with
too.
Jack, never. With Jack, every time it's a full count, I was like, oh, this is just another strike.
Yeah, usually you feel the pressure, even like as a viewer, you feel the pressure of the full count, and you're like, I wouldn't be able to throw a strike here. I'd be too scared.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then Jack will just hit.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't really think about the count. He's just like, I'm just trying to throw a cool pitch every time I throw the ball.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
But
hurry up.
There's nothing
I forgot.
There's nothing that pisses me off more than in Blitzball battles when somebody thinks they got a strike and they just start going.
Oh, you know what, Peter?
I'm like, you're a
I agree
fucking
with
asshole.
You. I agree with you.
What a pompous, arrogant thing to do.
And that could be a fun thing if
wall.
it's like obviously if it hits glass and you're just like, yeah, like put it up there.
Yeah,
I think that's fun.
But it's literally just straight.
Oh no, I got it. Oh no, it's annoying.
And we've seen multiple people do it in this tournament. It drives me crazy.
I'll see the occasional from Jack where he like thinks it is, and he gives you like an inquisitive look along with it, where he's like, I think that might have hit. Can we check that? Like that's fine. No.
In this game, it was that definitely hit. It was like, yeah, dude, there's plenty of cameras. We know it hit.
I didn't even notice this one you're talking about, but I've seen it over the last couple of years. I'm like, come on.
I think it might just be like, this was my breaking point. And I saw him do it, and I was like, I don't, like, this is not.
Through your TV. Windmill punch your computer screen.
No, it's just it really is a little nitpick, but it's just something that I've noticed that I really don't like.
I'm on your side.
We're on the same side.
Please, man. Hey, whoa, just take it easy, man.
Hey, bud, please. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
take it easy,
whoa.
Hey, whoa, take it easy. Jack fucked up the entire team.
He fucked up the entire team.
He punched him in the head.
He did fuck them up.
He fucking just beat the shit.
Beats him to a pulp. 3 outs.
3 strikeouts, and they were all incredible.
3 punchies. I see what you're saying. 3 punchies.
Oh, you see? This is what I definitely the whole time.
Peter drank a lot this afternoon.
Don't tell people,
Don't tell it. What's the earliest you've ever gotten drunk?
Gotten drunk or started drinking?
Gotten drunk.
Because I think everybody's been to like brunch where it's like, what the hell?
Oopsie.
Mimosa.
Oops, I crashed into the brunch place.
I've ever gotten drunk, maybe 2 p.m.
Okay.
So not super early.
No, that's like a normal person probably.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I've gotten drunk at 10 a.m.
Yeah, this is why I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
This is why I knew what the answer was.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day in Boston.
You wouldn't bring this up unless yours was a fucking crazy
early one. There's probably earlier out there. Yeah. You wake up with
if you've gotten drunk earlier than Brendan.
Yeah, let's know. What's the earliest you've gotten drunk?
What's the earliest
Did you beat Peter or did you beat me? Or are you somewhere in the middle?
Or did you beat neither of us?
Or are you a lame-o?
Are you fucking lame-o?
Fucking lame-o? You get drunk at 5 o'clock? Lame ass.
The earliest I ever got drunk was 11:30 p.m. Loser.
Loser.
fucking loser. Second inning. Just as you said, Jack continued to hit like crazy. 2 for 2, continuing his batting average is now
second half inning. Okay, I see where we're at now.
Second half inning. Sorry, the only inning that they bat.
Right.
929. Jack's average bumps up from I think it was 917 before to 929.
You're waiting like this is gonna be the game where he goes under 900. Obviously, just kidding. It's back to
Zoe's is
2,000 after
now
this game.
533,
Which is dog shit
equally
on this
insane.
team.
Equally insane. The third
Yeah,
highest
so I know you're not
batting
listening because you
average.
don't listen to these episodes of We Got Ice. So get your weight up.
Get
bro.
your weight up, bro. Excuse me, there, bro. Get your weight up.
Nicole's new thing is she says, "My brother in Christ." So get your weight up, my brother in Christ.
Do an impression of Nicole.
Get your weight up, my brother in Christ.
Okay, you know what? This was going to be a mean joke to people who don't know Nicole, because I was going to say, "Sorry, Brendan, there wasn't a lisp in that," and now I made the joke anyways. You could tell her I said that.
Get your weight up, your brother in Christ.
You could tell her I said that.
I will.
It's okay that I said that because I was friends with Nicole before I was friends with Brendan.
Right. And if we're talking We Got Ice, we're always talking lisps in a way.
Jack was nut. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So, got him.
We love you.
Checkmate. Jack starts off absolutely incredible, like a double, no doubt double.
No doubt. Double.
Then he was walked. Then he hit another double. And then Zoe hit a home run because that's the only thing Zoe does.
Peter, you just give me an idea for a future burn.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks. No doubt double. I'm going to use that. I'm going to make like a spatter
No doubt
reference.
double.
No doubt double. That's also good.
Oh, see,
wow. The wheels are turning.
The wheels are turning. Write this down. Write this down. Zoe is tied for the league lead in home runs with who? Two other players.
Two other players. K-Mac?
No, close
He
though.
has one. Damn. Oh, Colin?
Colin.
Aha!
And?
Can you give me a color of the team?
No.
Damn, I thought I could trick you. Who's also so good? Who's so good?
That's right, Jack Doyle.
Damn.
Which is kind of nuts.
Jack Doyle's tied with Jack Doyle?
It's here's a little spoiler. I think that's a final preview. Zoe and Jack are gonna
Mashers.
play Colin and K-Mac, I think. I mean, like at this point, Zoe pitching even into the second inning, you're going in 5-0 down. As the Woogas, you can't win this game. You have to play for extras.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Which is so demoralizing. I was thinking about this as I was watching the game. That must be so demoralizing because if you want to maintain this motivation to win the game, and be like, hey, all we need to do this and then we fucking win. You got to maintain it through two full half
you're right.
innings.
You're right. Like your potential to win is so far away at this point still. Like you're playing for a chance at continuing to play.
Let's say like if I really need to like clutch up, and this is me, right?
Right.
If I really need to clutch up, make the plays to get our team over the line, as a pitcher, I'm saying maybe 4 at-bats tops. And then as a batter, maybe 2 at-bats. And then it's back to noral. You know,
if I need to clutch up at all,
guys,
I'm going to completely lose it and need to walk off the field.
You're a head case. Famously a head case. So am I, though. Yeah. Like, you got the yips. I almost said the whoops.
Big yip. I got the whoops. Ball comes towards me. Whoops! Just jump over it.
The whoops. And like, needless to say, they weren't able to do it, even with Zoe on the mound. Jimmy Up gets a little baby tapper to Zoe for the first out.
Huge.
Again, demoralizing.
Zoe gets one out, and that is huge.
What'd you say?
As soon as Zoe gets one out, that is huge.
Massive. And then 2 walks in a row, and you kind of start feeling it again. Dan gets a double, and it's like, okay, we're here. Jimmy gets a hit, and then it was.
But
Jack
still so much of a buffer at this point too.
Right,
which is also smart. Much. Great use of. So a lot of people are just like, well, you got to pitch. You get your 2 outs anyway, so just keep going with it. But I think getting them, putting their backs up against the wall, and having there to be only 1 out left is like, oh shoot, now we really got to hit Zoe. But yeah, I think that was smart of them to do.
Jack breaking up the momentum was incredible because if you let Dan get a hit there,
right, then
Woogas can tie it up. Granted, Jack's been hitting hotter than anybody else.
Sure, but you don't want to have to get there.
Right up there too. Like they'd probably make it, like walk it off, but we're not playing in hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Dan screams, throws the bat when he didn't strike out. Then struck out.
Dan had a real rough game.
Again.
So were you remembering our interview with him as you were watching this game? Because I was. He talked a lot about how much shit he's broken recently, and I think he had just filmed this tournament after we had talked to him. And I was like, oh, I see why he was really harping on how much of a zoo animal he was in Blitzball battle because I was like, yeah, you like definitely has broken some shit, but this was an especially bad game for him as far as like anger management issues.
It's crazy because he really wasn't that bad leading up to this game.
No, this is. I think
So
he
I
was
was like-
really. I think he felt so confident going into this game, and he felt like, wow, this is Wooga's year, and then it came crumbling down so quickly for them.
I mean, if anybody saw this, I think everybody knows it's
You
We
did
Got Ice
especially.
this year.
You were on this.
On it.
You were on it. I feel bad for Dan.
Yes.
And I feel bad because I know how, especially after talking to him. If you haven't listened to it, it's a great episode of ours. Just go listen to Dan Rourke's interview. It's awesome. He's a great guy. I feel so bad for him now, knowing how much he hates that about himself and how he hates doing that stuff because he can't help it.
Because he's a sweetheart.
He's such a nice guy, and everybody there knows it. He almost hits Keith with the bat. Then he destroys the garbage can later. I do laugh.
That was fully destroyed. That garbage.
It was
can.
really destroyed. Quick note too.
That was kooky.
Keith. I think I'm at the point now where I could say I like him. We said it might happen.
I liked him.
over the course of
I
this.
liked him from game 2. I think it was literally just the shock from game 1 of being
I
like,
was just-
"Ooh,
it was
why
the
were
shock.
we not introduced?
I was also indifferent for like majority of the season, and I think you could tell like day 3 of filming, like a couple episodes ago. I'm like, oh, he's comfortable with these people now.
Yeah, it's the warehouse effect.
Yes, yeah.
Right? I mean,
He's
it's
in,
one of
he's
the
in.
things that Jimmy brought up to us on and off pod, where Jimmy was just like, yeah, it's literally just people come to the warehouse 3 days in. They're like,
Yeah.
this is fucking sick.
Yeah. He's having a good time now.
Keith,
You could tell.
I liked Keith right away. It was really just, and I'll say this till the day I die. Like,
till next week.
I think it was a massive, massive mistake to not have Chris Rose be like, oh, and here's the new member of our announcing team.
Sure,
and
sure.
instead just be like, let's throw it to Keith. And us being like, who the fuck is this?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I just want to say that so I
whatever,
can
I
tell
digress.
BBD directly. I like Keith. No more rumors. No more rumors.
BBD thinks we hate Keith.
That-
He famously
yeah,
texted
exactly.
you that.
He did.
He said, wow, you guys hate Keith, huh? No.
No. We
You
hate
have
you
to
now.
hate to love.
I hate BBD.
You have to hate to love.
That's true. I love him.
Not true. From two handsome married men.
We hate our
We're
hot
guaranteed
wives.
it's not. You don't need to hate to love, kids. Put the PBS. You don't need to hate to love. The more you know.
I forgot how drunk you got before this episode.
Yeah. Fucking. I got drunk at work. Not at work. We did a work.
I got drunk at work today. Like, you went in on a Saturday? First off.
We had our work dinner on Thursday,
Uh,
and I got drunk immediately.
nice.
You know me. You know how
Yeah.
I drink anything,
It-
not
it-
just
it
alcohol.
only takes
I
you, like,
drink
a-
very
a
fast.
full case to get even buzzed.
Well, I drink very fast, right?
Yes.
So we go out to dinner. I get a beer to start. I
You
finished
get
the whole
a
beer.
boot to start.
Das.
I'll take 2 dust boots. You
Um,
put your feet in them.
I finished the beer in like 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I put it down
Things
on
are cold
the,
and tasty.
the
I'm
bar.
gonna have them fast too. I get it.
I put it down on the bar, and I look up, and everybody's had like maybe 2 sips, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Oops.
This
It makes
is-
you look crazy.
this
That
is
happens
not
to me
good.
too. Sometimes I do that with old fashioned. Like, this is
So, well, then-
delicious. I'm gonna drink this really fast. I want another one right away.
Well, I just didn't put any attention to it. I didn't call any attention to it, so people
Yeah.
kind of like just didn't notice. Because I don't usually drink anyway. So then we sit down.
And by no
This
attention,
was
you
at
mean
a-
you finished it, slammed it down, said, "Another, please."
Give me 6 more. We sat down. This was a Japanese place, and one of my coworkers orders a thing of hot sake. They go, "Oh, 5 or 8 ounce," and I didn't hear that. I just heard that he got hot sake.
He just went
And
big,
he said-
big.
He said 8 ounce, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'll have the same." And then they bring it out, the 8 ounce, and I go, "This is way fucking more than I thought that we would have." Guess what I did? Finished it before the food.
That's what I did. Threw up on my food.
I finished it before the food came, and I was. This is where it's all going to tie together. And the director of my group is like, "I don't think I've ever seen Peter drink this much." I was like, "What? How could that be?" And he goes, "Yeah, I mean, like I didn't drink it my manager's wedding." And then I remembered. Do you want to know what was a week before my manager's wedding, Brendan?
Malt Madness.
Someone else's wedding that you know pretty well.
Brian? Mine?
Your wedding,
Oh.
where I famously blacked out at. So I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to drink at my manager's wedding now because of this. So there's your Peter got drunk story.
Yeah, this
It
is
was
really
fun.
like a backdoor episode of the Hoppy Boys today.
It kind of is. You know what? Play the theme song, Brendan.
All right.
Do, 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 do.
If I had it, I would.
But I mean, like all these tangents kind of just highlight the fact that this was an open and shut game. Exactly what we thought would happen.
We said it
was
kind of like off air a little bit how this was a dominant performance by We Got Ice. Sure, there was a chance for Woogas to rally, but like we've been saying, at best they tied the game and then probably get walked off immediately in the bottom of the second.
I think. Tell me if this is unfair to say, but we would expect this from We Got Ice versus like Del Caribe or We Got Ice versus Baggage.
Yeah.
We would not expect this from
That's not
We Got
unfair.
Ice versus.
That's fun fair.
Fun fair. we were not expecting this versus We Got Ice versus Woogas at all.
No.
Woogas is a very good team.
And like
not half of Woogas, all of Woogas is a very good team.
Yeah, I there's a point where I did have faith for them to come back. Like, oh, that'd be pretty exciting if they did get it within 5. But again, like, it would have been like stifled immediately.
But that's so. Say that again.
That again.
It would be fun. It would be fun if they got within 5, not
right.
that if they won.
No.
Like we knew that this game was over. Once Zoe hit that home run, like this game was over. You don't even need to play the second.
And I'm sure they felt it too.
Whoa.
What's that feeling? Oh, it's over.
There is a fucking commercial on Spotify right now that is my least favorite commercial of all time. Yes. And it's like, oh, Dawn dish soap. Cleaning with Dawn dish soap is even better than your favorite feeling. And it's just a guy goes, oh boy.
Oh God.
Stop that that feels nice. Stop that tickle.
You're just playing a clip of it right now.
And then it goes, it's an even better feeling than coming home from work to your needy corgi.
It's a better feeling than jerking off.
Oh, finally. Best part of the day. And it's like not even sexy voice anymore. And every time it comes on and I hear the, oh boy.
Oh God.
My first thought is, this guy's fucking his dog. Like how
this
you
is the
don't
lead singer
talk
of
like
Blink-182 and he's fucking his dog.
When your dog is licking you in the face, you're not like,
No.
Oh,
I hate when
boy.
dogs lick me in the face, by the way. Keep
I
your
hate when
dogs away
dogs
from my
lick me,
face.
period.
No licking. Keep them away.
No licking. The Supreme Court is voting on
Good
this
thing
week.
Zoe wasn't listening to this episode because I think Zoe really loves dogs. And
You
I'm
can
kind
love
of anti-dog.
dogs and not like to be licked. Well, but you and I are famously cat people.
It's true. Famously.
But yeah, pretty open and shut. We all knew it was going to happen. And my guess is we all know who's going to be our player of the game.
Player of the game. It's Jack Doyle. We might have
What a shock. No,
I'm not going to say it.
we might have that going on.
We might have that going on.
You'll have to see officially
You'd see
in the
officially.
next hour.
Yeah, he's really good. He's going to win MVP. It's no matter what he does, even if he goes 0 for 20 in the championship game and like can't hit the strike zone and like shits himself on the mound, he's going to win MVP. He's just had such a good season to this point. It might be one of the best seasons we've ever seen in Blitzball battle history. Remember this one, folks. He's the best. He's finally put it all together. He's finally put everything together.
This was the game where I was like, this has got to be the one where he comes back down to earth, right?
You'd
like,
think.
He didn't
in one way or another.
Well, he didn't play for a full day, to my knowledge, right? Yeah. All of like round 1 happened on the same day, and Jack and Zoe didn't play that day. They got the day off, and I was like, this has to be it. He cooled off after a little bit, and it just wasn't it. 4 outs in 31 pitches is insane. And he had a walk in there, not to mention the 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 RBI, getting into positions for Zoe to hit that grand slam that was only for 3 runs.
Right.
Like, I just keep waiting for him to come back to down to earth, and I don't think it's going to happen.
Seems like it's not. It seems like he has figured out what mental state to put himself in for every game, and he's just playing at the top of his abilities every day.
Yeah, every day is a winding road. See? Nobody talks about that. But you know what they do talk about? The play of the game. Wow, their segues are really on point today.
Shut the fuck up! Not a glitch.
Not a glitch.
Not a glitch.
It was on purpose, you fools, because Jack Doyle is the duck of the game.
Congrats to our duck of the game.
Congrats to our duck of the game.
Oh,
Imagine I just do it
Jack.
again. Oh boy.
oh boy, a duck
Jack, good duck of the game, Jack. Oh, it's even better than watching Jack Doyle hit a home run. He didn't do that in this game.
It
Fuck.
didn't. Fuck.
But it's his diving play, believe it or not. I had
Game ender.
I had a little bit of a little sit down and a talk with myself about whether or not it should be Jack. You're right.
Yeah, I got something in my eye. Tough
Usually
allergy
I'm
day.
the one always touching my face.
I know, it's a tough allergy day.
Yeah, it is. It's been a tough allergy month.
It's been bad.
But I was between Zoe's home run to get the max or Jack's diving play, and I said, what is more impactful? Because you could make an argument that these were both game-ending plays.
Sure.
Like, yes, Zoe hitting the home run, technically there was still more game to be played, but that kind of demoralized the team. But to go to the final on a diving play to get Zoe's second out, where he very easily could have unraveled if that was a normal hit.
If that dunked in, that could have been, absolutely.
And
of course it's Jack too. Like Jack, who's been having this amazing season, gets to the championship on that play.
Right.
It's just such a poetic moment.
Absolutely. So I have to go with that. Jack's diving
it.
play, it was beautiful. It was off the ceiling.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
In live time, I can't believe anybody's brain is moving fast enough to make the necessary
it look really easy
adjustments
too.
he needed to. He made it look easy, and it still looked hard. If that makes any sense, it makes it look like a cool play.
He was always going to catch that, but still like a high degree of difficulty.
Exactly. It was awesome. It was so awesome. It was such a perfect way, a poetic way to end it. Send it to the finale. I was going to join in, but my throat had other plans.
Like, Peter just coughed when I said send it?
Said, you mean these pollen particles in the back of my throat out of my body?
I didn't hit that button.
Who did?
Nose for out too.
Episode. No. Oh wow.
Oh boy.
So we got ice in the finals, Brendy.
We got us in the finals. You've been pushing for this since their first big game.
Pushing.
I thought this would never happen. They always have playoff woes, and they are answering the bell this year.
Brendan, they're answering that bell.
Mm-hmm.
But who's answering the other one?
Oh,
to join them
good point.
In the finals between Forgotten Rotten and McFlurry Power. What are you watching for in our other semifinal? Oh,
I'm watching.
Great segue. Shut up.
Shut the heck! They're so annoying today.
They're not that
we
good.
suck.
We suck.
We suck. God.
Ugh.
I'm looking for Shelfie.
Bit.
It's a good bit. We hate our listeners.
This is the one that
we hit fucking big time with our 150 subscribers. We can shit talk whoever we want. Fuck them. They're assholes. Tell your friends. Subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Shelfie, can he hit? Can he pitch? Is he going to be old Shelfie of playoff times past? I think that I just have a feeling it's going to be a big moment home run from Shelfie this game. I think he's not going to be as good as he was on the mound last year, ever again. Maybe, I don't know.
What do you think?
I think he'll be serviceable. I don't think he'll break down and walk a bunch. But so hopefully he's good on that side of the ball. But I just have a feeling there's going to be a big. Shelfie just kind of answers the moment of big dramatic games. So I think there's going to be potentially a game-winning home run by Shelfie.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, the what to watch for is pretty clearly Colin, if he could keep up this pace. Because up till now, who has McFlurry Power faced? Baggage.
And Baggage.
We got ice in a 1 out or a 1 inning game.
Right.
And then Whack, right?
Yeah.
So how did Colin do against a good pitcher? No, they beat everybody where we got ice.
Yeah.
Because yes, okay, good pitcher was rude. Every one of those teams has good pitchers.
I know,
but they're not. There's no superstar pitchers except for we got ice. And then so in this half inning game, Colin got a single. Where is this? A single that he hit past Zoe, who had to dive for it, and then he struck out.
Yeah.
And those were his 2 at-bats in the 1-inning game against We Got Ice. Otherwise, like we've talked about this last episode primarily, he's batting .667, which is the second highest in the league right now, with 8 total hits, 16 total bases. His slug is 133. His OPS is 2.067. Again, second highest. Jack's is 2.447. And Zoe is like third, not even really close with 1.611.
Right.
So we've talked about this. These are the 2 quote unquote MVP runners, like our candidates. Whereas we think it's Jack pretty clearly. But if Colin is now playing against Tyler Poove,
Who's looked
Who
almost as good as Jack on the mound.
who has been a stellar pitcher this year.
And Shelfie, who has the potential to be a high-end pitcher also.
Right. Like, he has been an incredible pitcher. Shelfie, he has it.
He has it.
But he hasn't showcased it yet.
If he can throw strikes, the stuff is there for sure.
But
both of these pitchers are guys that can get Colin out. And
right. But what I want to talk about primarily is Colin versus Trevor specifically.
Yeah.
Because Trevor most likely is going to be getting the 4 outs as a pitcher.
Right.
And I want to see if Colin can continue this MVP pace against an elite pitcher.
Yeah. If he can touch up
very small
Trevor,
sample
I think they
size.
win this game.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that's what it all hinges on.
Yeah.
We saw a very small sample size against Jack. Colin versus Jack, and it was a split decision. Colin got a hit, Jack got a strikeout. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not indicative of anything for us right now.
Right.
Because it was far too small of a sample size. If he could do a full game where he's facing Trevor at a minimum 2 or 3 times, like obviously if he's facing him 2 times and that's it, that means Forgotten Rotten wins the game, right?
Right. Based on math.
But if he faces, if he's going more than that, if we could see him face Trevor 3 times roughly, then we'll see how he's really doing and if he deserves to be in these MVP conversations. Because if he gets shut down, I think it doesn't even matter who wins the finale. Like, Jack is MVP, period.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to see how Colin, like, if Colin shows up and it's like, oh, he should be, people should be very, very scared of him.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Like, oh shit, he can hit anybody.
But that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
Hey, Brendan.
Baby. Ooh.
Ha. I want to know if Colin's really that good.
Colin's really that good.
Again, hey.
Again.
Could you imagine?
That'd be fun.
That's it.
I like singing.
That would be fun. If you like singing, Brendan, what should you be drinking?
If you like singing, you should be drinking Subtleties. Drink maybe of me. You can find it at subtlety.com. You can use code HAPPYBOYS for $2 off your order. Watch Happy Boys on YouTube. Listen to it on Spotify's and Apple Podcasts. Watch it. Very good, Peter. You can also subscribe to us, the Blitzball Boys, on YouTube. We're trying to get to that 200 mark. We hit the 150s. Thank you very much. Tell your friends. We love you, and you love us. And our segues.
And our segues, not the vehicle.
Not the vehicle.
But yes, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for writing comments in the last episode. It was fun reading all your guys' stuff. Brendan was interacting with you. The answer to last week's trivia question was community. Pop.
Pop.
But yes, thank you very much. Leave comments if you want. Trivia this week. What's 8 plus 10?
Good. Answer in the comments.
Hug your pets.
Brendan,
ask me the question.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, baby.